UK and Ireland. It is so hard to go a day without my HQTs. I missed you lot, so let's try to make up for lost time, shall we? Kind of like those people still running the London Marathon. Come on, guys, forget those burning blisters. Just a few more miles. Now, while this has been the hottest race on record, we're about to kick off the coolest race in the game. That's right, HQ Trivia, where you've got to keep your cool to go the distance and rule. I'm Sharon Carpenter, your marathon question asker, water flasker, and finish line passer. That's me. And this is our Sunday roast edition, of course. The rules are as simple as always. I'm going to ask you a series of questions from easy to hard. You have 10 seconds to tap the answer. If you get it right, you move on. Answer all 12 correct and you win, or you split that cash. And today we have a pavement-pounding £8,000 up for grabs. That's some marathon money right there. It's enough to buy you a year's worth of foot massages, training to get you in shape for next year's race, or better yet, a moped to drive it instead. But before you burn the cash, you've got to earn that cash. So let's kick things off with Q1. Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood were both judges on which BBC food show? Great British Bake Off, Britain's Got Trifles, The Flan Factor. All of them will make your stomach rumble. But two of them don't actually exist. You've been taken out of the oven too early if you got this one wrong. So British it makes God Save the Queen seem foreign. It's the Great British Bake Off, of course. That is your answer right there. 143,531 if you're baking onwards and upwards. Now, the show rose to fame on the BBC, but Berry was one ingredient left out when it moved to Channel 4 last year. And we miss her. Q2. Apple's first logo featured Sir Isaac Newton doing what? Sitting under a tree, playing Candy Crush, taking a selfie. Yep, Sir Isaac Newton was on that original logo. But what was he doing? We're lucky Newton didn't have an iPhone, or we'd still be clueless about gravity, about to get bonked on the bonce. He was sitting under a tree. Yeah, he was. 136,293 if you're using your bonds as well here on Q2. Now, the detailed logo was drawn by co-founder Ronald Wayne, but was quickly replaced by the simple bitten apple we know today. Now, we see you out there, players. Shout out to the Chatham Street students, the CLMF group, and to Louis and Rudy Fine as well. Hi, guys. Hello to Chazza from South End, not Shazza, but Chazza, and Theo at Durham University. To Lily, Max, and Amy as well. Ginny Waterkeen, happy 50th wedding anniversary to you. The Clare family, Alfie, a.k.a. Savage Beast. Josh from Kent, and Tom at Bath University as well. Good luck to all of you players. Moving on to Q3. What kind of journey did Doris Day go on in the title of her 1945 hit? Sentimental, transcendental, monumental. You may be going on a similar journey yourselves as we speak. She switched styles like a crooning chameleon, but went distinctly old school for this one, packing her bags with nostalgia. It was a sentimental journey that Doris Day went on. How sentimental are you feeling right now? That was a toughie. We lost about 50% of our players here in that brutal question, but 68,575 of you are traveling on. Now, Day's first #1 hit, it became the unofficial anthem for the end of World War II. That's right. Now, HQTs, if you're up late tonight, make sure you join me for the global game. There is a whopping $25,000 up for grabs. A lot of wonga. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. BST. I hope to see you there. It's worth waiting up for. Okay, Q4. Chocobos feature in which video game series? Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Super Mario? Sounds like they feature in the newsagent as well. Chocolate bars, perhaps? Not quite. Would you rather raise a chicken-sized horse or a horse-sized chicken? If you want to give the second one a go, you'll find Chocobos in Final Fantasy. That's the game we are looking for. 30,000. And 8 of you are still with us. Again, 50% of you gone here on Q4. Now, despite the name, there have been 15 Final Fantasy games so far, and they show no sign of stopping either. Q5, on a standard UK plug, what colour is the live wire? Purple, brown, red. Definitely some helpful information to know here, to say the least. There's an easy way to find out, but I'd strongly advise against touching any of these. The only one you'll find in a modern plug anyway is brown. Yeah, that's right, that live wire is brown. 17,588 of you still live in the game. The blue wire is neutral, while the funky green and yellow striped one is the earth wire. Q6, which of these celebs named his pet after Oprah Winfrey? Tom Cruise, Puff Daddy, 50 Cent. There can only be one Oprah Winfrey. Right? Oh, he may have leapt all over her sofa, but even Tom Cruise isn't crazy enough to name his pet after Oprah. Cheap shots fired. It was 50 Cent. Yeah, what a nerve. 50 Cent named his dog after Oprah. 6,047 of you. Savage question happening right here. Sizzling sausages here on Q6. Wow, it may have started as an insult, but naming his dog Oprah actually helped build bridges between the two stars. Q7, the first new 17th century French king, hired someone to entertain him with what? Card tricks, balloon animals, word puzzles. What do you think, players? Do you know who that king was? That's half the battle. Sounds more like a kid's birthday party than a royal court, but what do you expect from a 9-year-old king? Little Louis XIII was a sucker for word puzzles. Yeah, he was. And 1,470 of you still with us on another savage one. Right here on Q7. Back to back savage. Here on our Sunday roast special. Now, Thomas Billion was hired as the royal anagrammatist, channeling his inner Vorderman to entertain the king. Q8, which of these organizations was founded by a women's pressure group? RSPB, National Trust, RSPCA. No pressure like a women's pressure group. Hell has no fury like a woman's scorn, but that fury was just the fuel needed to launch this charity, the original Angry Birds. It was the RSPB. Yeah, it was. 569 of you are still with us. And I think we're going to go with another savage right here on Q8. 3 savages. That's triple the savage. One after the next after the next. Founded by Emily Williamson in 1889, the RSPB formed to stop birds being defeathered for hat plumes, and thankfully so. Q9, which of these literary awards offers the least prize money? Booker, Pulitzer, Nobel. Who are the cheapskates of the bunch? Right here. Do you know? Well, winning any of them is metaphorically priceless, but which is the closest to being literally priceless too? Keeping its hand firmly in its pockets is the Pulitzer Prize. Yeah, they're the cheapies here. 232 of you getting that one right. You were getting so close to today's prize. $15,000 may sound like a lot to us HQTs, but it's by far the smallest check on offer. Here, yeah, Q10, whose second decree on war was not to invade the world's largest continent, General Montgomery, Marcus Aurelius, Napoleon Bonaparte. Sounds like a good plan to me. Napoleon gave it a go and lost most of his army in Russia, learning from the little Frenchman's big mistake. It was General Montgomery. That's who it was. Another battle down here for 73 of you. Montgomery outlined his second rule of war when asked about US incursions into Vietnam. If only the Americans had listened, right? Q11. What was unusual about the last man to score a goal in the 1930 World Cup final? He had one arm, he had one eye, he had 12 toes. There's something very unique about this gentleman right here. Well, Hector Castro may have been missing something, but it sure wasn't the net, scoring Uruguay's World Cup winning goal in the 89th minute. He only had one arm. That was all he needed. And that's all you need as well. 17 if you got that right. It's the 89th minute here too, because we are moving on to the final round with 17 players left in the game. Another 4 using their extra lives to get back in. £8,000 up for grabs right now. Good luck to all of you. Who was the only man to direct 3 movies that won the Best Picture Oscar? Francis Ford Coppola, William Wyler, John Ford. The only man, and quite an accomplishment that is. John Ford won 4 Best Director awards, but only Picture Oscar. Coppola's only Best Picture trophy came for The Godfather Part 2, finishing off his golden hat trick with a Ben-Hur bicycle kick is William Wyler for the win here on Q12. And we have 6 winners, my lovelies. Congratulations to our 6 winners today, navigating 3 back-to-back sausage questions. You are each taking home a grand £1,333.33 as well. So you should be feeling absolutely ecstatic right now. We've got Dylan Fowl, we've got Nasser Mugai, we've got AA, a bunch of numbers right there, enormous something right there as well. You should have an enormous smile on your face. What are you guys going to do with that mighty amount of wonga? Maybe buy a new pet to name after your favorite or least favorite talk show host. Go on your own sentimental journey. There's so much you could do with the cash. Wow, another quiztastic game, my HQT Pies. As always, hit me up right here on Twitter and Instagram. Let me know how you got on today and request those office shout-outs for Monday afternoon. All right, that's it for today, but join us back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. for another chance to get your mitts on 550 quid. And hopefully I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. BST for the global game as well. Until then, winners, enjoy your earnings. Players, enjoy your learnings. I will see you soon. Bye.